It's lovely and cool. This is the best time of the day. Look, right, been to Australia, just come back. It's been dry, it's been hot. Today's going to be 33 degrees, which is hot, hot. I was going to walk around the garden, but you can see it's changed colour a little bit. The grass over there is a bit yellower and drier. All the cardoons and everything's sort of looking a little bit lacking in water, but that's because there hasn't been any rain and we don't water the garden except for the greenhouse. And along here, that's the Victoria plums. They've all gone. These plums have all been used. We've had all of the blueberries and all the currants have been used. Oh look, not very impressive. That vine's not looking great. It's just part of what we do. That's a bit sad. I got a problem here, and I don't know what the score is, because look at this. This is our fig tree. Figs like to have their roots enclosed. They grow better. I know that. People know that. But somehow, look at all the little baby figs there. And here, these little ones, they've never, oh, there's one just fallen off. But they've never reached maturity. I'm thinking, and by the way, if you know the answer, tell me, but I'm thinking that's very close to the wall and it may be a little bit dry because it should not be this yellow at this time. Because Quintin's filming and looking after me. Say hello, Quintin.
Hello.
Yeah, Quintin's been looking after the garden while we've been away. But look at the colour of this fig, and then if you look across by the folly, can you zoom in there, Quintin? Well done. See the colour of that? Not a single bit of yellow in sight. So I reckon this fig is suffering because it's too close to the wall and not enough water. Anyway, we've had a great year for all of the stoned fruits. Had a whole session before we went away with our asparagus. We had a lot of asparagus. That's all been eaten now. We leave these fronds to grow, puts energy back into the crowns. Very important for us. This has been onions and sort of wild garlic and things. Yeah, we have to think about planting it up. We've got a garden day in September, and what we'll do is we'll plant these things up with things like mash, lamb's lettuce, because that allows us to have some stuff over the winter. But this is the sort of the allium bed. We've been producing our own cuttings of the rosemary, and that's brilliant. We've got lots of these in little pots ready to go. But I need to go in and check out my greenhouse because you're never quite sure. The greenhouse, we don't water it. It's automatic watering, and it's set for 5 minutes every 12 hours. Do you want to zoom in on that, Quintin? Zoom in on that so you can see it's 5 minutes every 12 hours. Now if we come in here, come in, Quintin. The triffids are here. Right, now, interesting. First thing about a greenhouse is the smell, especially when you've got tomatoes in there. I love it. This is us growing tomatoes. And you see the tomatoes, before we went away, we really savaged the leaves at the bottom and sort of stripped those away because you need air circulation. Otherwise you get mold and a bit of mildewy stuff. In fact, a couple of these leaves are going to come away. I can't walk past without actually doing it because we don't want moldy leaves here. So we'll get those, we'll take those all out because then the air in here isn't full of mildew. But the tomatoes have been prolific. We came back to a lovely big box of those. Thank you, Quintin. Harvested and left for us on our arrival home. You'll see more coming. Nice big ones. Nice big tomatoes. I don't know if everybody does companion planting. You should. Okay, well, there's a sucker there. Companion planting. Basil planted along with tomatoes. These tomatoes are looking as healthy as any we've ever grown, you know, because remember this is the second half of August and this is past the best for these things, but they're still looking good. I'm going in. This is our muscat grape that's planted outside and we're going down to check out. Oh, not looking so good down here actually. We've got something going on here. We've got something down here, Quintin. What this is, let me sit down. Are you in here with me? Japanese cucumbers. Sort of long, skinny cucumbers mixed with other cucumbers as well. It's interesting because But Quinton's been harvesting them while we've been away. But it doesn't matter what you do, when you have a sort of a place like this, this is properly in the jungle. Look at you find. That is way past. Anything goes yellow is not really edible. Yeah, so it's gone past. But in here, we've got all these cucumbers, which we'll be taking. I think I'm gonna pickle some of these because when we were in Japan earlier in the year, they had a lot of pickled cucumbers. But that's good. Our wasabi, we've got a couple of wasabi plants here. It doesn't matter what we do. The slugs and the snails and everything love eating the wasabi leaves. And when we've got all this other vegetation around here, it's very hard to keep those pristine. But the root is strong. So what we'll do is we'll see about protecting that by covering it. I have to have a look at that because the second one there's been eaten a bit much. Branch celery, lots of celery in there. Do you know what? Can you hear that? Nothing. It's so peaceful out here. Literally not a single sound. Petal knows we're here. Puppy dog. Yes, you're here. You're walking around with me, but you don't make any noise, do you? Nobody knows we're out here. I think I'll just hide here for a while. Coming into your greenhouse, at the moment, is the only time of day we can do it first thing, because later on in the day, temperatures hit 50 in here. That's why the windows are open, it's self-watering, and it's sort of doing all the stuff because we've got it all prepped for the summer. It's nice being in your greenhouse. And these muscat grapes, yeah, little muscat bunches. You see this, Quinton? No, see this one here? These, in France, grapes have pips in them. You know, most of the UK and around the world, we just buy seedless grapes. But in France, they just don't think there's anything wrong with having a seed in a grape. And these ones here are so sweet. I mean, they're dessert grapes. And there's little pips, but guess what? When you swallow them, a vine doesn't grow out of your ear. That's what I used to think when I was a youngster. But you can eat the grape, you can eat the pips as well. So don't need to be sans pipon. Just be ready. These are lovely little bunches around the place. And this vine grows outside. It just comes through a hole in the wall. So the greenhouse is looking good. A couple of things to sort out. I've got to get rid of a lot of the yellow stuff at this end, but I'll do that before the sun comes around here. And the tomatoes are looking good. Do you know what? It's nice. Well done, Quinton. You've been on top of it all, matey. It's looking good in here. See, all the windows are open. There's another sort of month of tomatoes coming here, which is not bad at all. Right. Oh, it's Italian tomatoes. We keep the seeds from our tomatoes, but they're looking good. Right, up we go, Quinton. It's nice and moist in there as well. Up in the bamboo, we've got some birds. I love it. This is so peaceful. And you can see the sun's coming up. There you are, Quinton. You get a nice arty shot of the sun coming through the trees. See it coming through the trees?